Hello. I am in my kitchen, and it is Saturday, and I will train through tomorrow because I'm fighting on Tuesday, and we'll be driving up on Monday because it's really far away. It's in Khon Kaen. And I got this fight through Yo, who I have met through Emma and Master Toddy. So I'm excited for that because I didn't get to fight on the 14th, so it's nice to be actually getting in there and fighting. Unfortunately, the ringworm that was on my face, if you guys have been watching all of these, has come back really, really strong. So we actually went to the doctor in the afternoon the other day, and I got some prescription oral medication, and I'm taking a cream, and then I also have like a special soap to use on it. But it's really nasty and ugly on my face right now. And I don't go to the doctor for anything, but this was something that was like really not going away. I've had it for like 2.5 months, and I treated it myself, and it was kind of going away, but then it would come back like 6 days after I stopped taking whatever I was taking, or the creams I was using. So it's time to really, really get rid of it. And you come into contact with all kinds of different people. I train with kids, so it's something that's kind of endemic in school kids, and I don't know. It's pretty easy to get in this climate. It's pretty easy to get when you're in contact with people all the time. And it's really hard to get rid of. So it was nice to be able to go to the hospital, and I liked the doctor that I saw. She took a skin scraping and was like, yeah, that's definitely a fungus, take this, blah, 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 the whole thing. So unfortunately, the oral medications make me feel not so hot. It's not so much that they fatigue you the way the antibiotics do, but it's kind of like this really awful, like, full queasy stomach feeling at all times, and then a little bit of fatigue. But in general, it's actually just far more a psychological, like, I hate having this thing on my face, and it's in a little, like, rage situation right now where it's really angry and red, so I'm very aware of it all the time. But getting that treated, getting that taken care of is really good. And if you are training anywhere in the world, you can get ringworm from gyms. But if you come to Thailand, because of the climate and the humidity and all these things, it's very, very easy to get all kinds of different infections. So you really just need to be kind of aware of it. People are, traveling from all over the world and meeting in these places. So not only should you just, practice good hygiene, which I do, but there are definitely hours where I'm like, covered in sweat and gym gunk before I come home and shower. So, take care of yourself when you get stuff like this. It's very easy to go to pharmacies and have kind of immediate treatment, and then if that doesn't work, you can go to the doctor. But so that's no fun. That's what I'm kind of thinking about a lot right now. It's taking up a lot of mental space, but what's kind of good about that is that it's the same kind of mental training that you would use for, like, being sick or having an injury. So this morning I was feeling real sorry for myself, so I turned on my my mental training recordings that I have, and I went to the chapter that's on injury and sickness, which this does not count as injury or sickness. In my book, it's not actually taking me out of training. It takes me away from some training because I have to be really careful with it. But it's one of these things where you can continue to mentally train in areas where you cannot physically train due to the injury or the sickness. So, I've been trying to work on it, and I do have this fight coming up, so, kind of staying on the ball with it is good. But my training's been really awesome. I worked with Mot Ek this morning, who I don't normally get to work with, because Krunu was taking the morning off, and I can feel how much I've grown since the last time he held pads for me, which was probably 2 months ago, maybe more. But man, it was fun. We were like going full bore. I tired him out. he was like, that's the end. Like, we're done now. And like breathing really heavily and stuff like that. He's a really fit dude. He's like, 45 years old, but he's really fit. So, it's a point of pride that, that we were able to work to that point. And it was fun, which I think is the most important part. But he'll be cornering for me on an upcoming fight, so it's nice to actually be able to work with him, like, in actual pad work, since he's going to be cornering for me, so that he has felt what I'm going to be doing on the other end of those pads, and he'll be able to kind of call for things that he, has viscerally experienced when I'm in the ring. So that's good. And I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully looking a little better than I do now, and off to training after I take my nap. So I'm gonna go take a nap.